Hey guys, Dr. J here. This is the third episode of my Dark Souls Remastered walkthrough series. In this series, I will be defeating all of the enemies, collecting all of the items, and talking about the story and lore of the game. In this episode, we are going to do some cleanup stuff, return to Anar Londo, and enter the DLC. Now that we have access to most NPCs who carry humanity, we'll go ahead and drain them. We'll start with patches. To siphon humanity from NPCs, we'll need to get close and press R2 while the Dark Hand is equipped. Don't worry, they won't aggro. Just make sure you don't actually hit them. If you're too close, they can take damage, which is why I keep a bit of distance.
Oh, we meet again. How many of you are there? You've come at the perfect time. I'm done with the looting. I'm a humble merchant now, and wondrous treasures have I, at a special price for you. There you are. Have a nice look at them. Oh, relax. No more funny business out of me, my friend.
I'll go ahead and learn a gesture from Patches, then check his inventory. He sells some interesting stuff, nothing we need, but still worth noting. He also sells all three of Pinwheel's masks. I'm not buying them, but if you want any, it's better to purchase them from Patches than farm them.
Here, have you met that backwoods Shiva? Believe me on this one, bruv. The man is trouble. I can see it in his eyes. I just can. No doubt about it. Watch him. Yeah, have you met that sunbathing Solaire? Believe me on this one, bruv. He's a complete idiot. But he happens to be an awfully strong idiot. So just nod your head and keep him on your side. Wait, have you met Petrus? That self-proclaimed cleric? Believe me on this one, bruv. The man is scum. Don't you be fooled by his claims to do good. They're all the same, though.
He's right about Petrus, actually.
Have you met Lautrec the Embraced? Believe me on this one, bruv. He's completely mad. He wouldn't think twice about cutting somebody down. So watch out for him. Especially if you've humanity to spare. I'm done with the looting. I'm a humble merchant now. And wondrous treasures have I, at a special price for you.
Okay, we are done with Patches. Now we'll do the same with Petrus, Laurentius, Briggs, and finally Rhea. We will also siphon Siegmeyer's, Solaire's, and Sieglinde's humanity once we meet them. Patches has 7 humanity, Petrus 2, Laurentius 5, Griggs 3, and Rhea a whopping 12. Rhea also sells a lot of miracles, and we'll buy all of them. For Laurentius, you can't use the Dark Hand while he's sitting, so we should punch him once to make him stand, and then drain him. No point watching all of this, so I'll just skip ahead. We're done with the NPCs in Firelink Shrine, so we'll warp to the Undead Parish and head to the altar in the church. That's where Rhea will stay for a while. Keep in mind that she'll remain there only until you kill a total of 2 bosses, counting from when you rescue her from the Tomb of the Giants. After that, there are 2 possible outcomes, but I'll cover them after we finish with Rhea.
I will never forget what you did. I am deeply indebted, for it was not within my power to save Vince or Nico. I cannot thank you enough. In case you have not heard, I am Rhea of Thoroland. I only wish there was some way I could help you, but I am inexperienced and I only know the art of miracles. If that could be of any help, speak to me again. Would a miracle be of any help to you? I would be most pleased if that was so. May we discuss miracles then?
We're going to buy all her miracles now, and we can talk a bit more with her.
Vince and Nico were fooled by a lout named Patches and turned into hollows. My prayers did them no good. It is my ignorance, my frailty that has sealed their fates. Perhaps Petrus realized my weakness all along, and thus made the decision to abandon me. I can hardly blame him now.
Okay, so back to those outcomes. Since we've bought all her miracles, Rhea will move to the Duke's archives, where she'll unfortunately turn hollow. If we didn't buy all her miracles, Petrus would come and kill her, and we'd find her corpse here. There's actually a third possibility: kill Petrus. If you do, Rhea moves to Firelink Shrine. She'll be hostile, but you can absolve your sin with Oswald. That saves her, but it's more trouble than it's worth. Besides, if she dies, either here or in the archives, you'll get an additional 7 humanities. Now that we are done siphoning humanity from NPCs, we'll do some upgrading at Andre. First, we'll give him the large Divine Ember, and then upgrade our Divine S-Stock to +10. That unlocks the achievement for maximizing a Divine Weapon. This requires 7 white Titanite chunks and a Titanite slab. We got lucky with the chunks, so no farming or duping was needed. But if you need to, I showed you where the chunk farming spot is last episode.
Thank you. Andre the Restorer never disappoints, I assure you.
After that, we'll upgrade the Great Scythe to +15. This also unlocks an upgrade achievement and turns the Great Scythe into the weapon we'll use to finish the game. Fully upgraded, it does obscene damage, with an incredible moveset and reach. It uses a lot of stamina, but from now on, it will one-shot or two-shot at most any normal enemy. There's the achievement. We're done with Andre for now, and we'll move on to 2 farming spots. One is for Souvenirs of Reprisal, which we'll need for the next Covenant, and the other is for Souls. Both are in the painted world of Ariamis, and we'll use Wrath of the Gods for both. Oh, I'm missing 2 strength to one-hand the Great Scythe, but I'll be two-handing it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'll slot Wrath of the Gods and Homeward, and then warp to the Painted World bonfire. First, I'll show you the Souls route. We'll be using the phalanxes in the courtyard. Killing all of them with the covetous Silver Serpent Ring nets about 8,500 souls. The run takes about 30 seconds, so it's great for pushing dexterity to 40, or whatever your main stat is. Now for the Souvenirs of Reprisal. We'll equip the covetous Goat Serpent Ring to farm them. We'll farm the harpies at the top of the Annex Tower. There are 4, and if you time Wrath of the Gods correctly, you can kill all 4 at once. I mistimed it. 2 survived and nearly killed me, but the Great Scythe is so strong, we salvaged it. And here's a Souvenir of Reprisal. On average, you should get at least 1 per run. After we kill the 4 harpies, we can use the Homeward miracle to return to the bonfire. Something I should also mention is that if you sit at the Painted World bonfire, you can't warp from it. You need to exit via Priscilla's arena and be sent back to the Anna Londo chapel painting. Obviously, if you're going to be farming a while, you should rest there. When I finished farming, I went back to Lord Gwyn's tomb, raised my dexterity to 40 and equipped the Darkmoon Seance Ring. That makes the statue of Lord Gwyn disappear and reveals a boss fog gate.
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire, hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me. O disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
Joining the Blade of the Darkmoon Covenant unlocks an achievement, and turning in the 10 Souvenirs of Reprisal rewards the Darkmoon Blade Miracle and the Darkmoon Talisman. The Darkmoon Talisman is what we'll use from now on. It has the best scaling, as long as you have at least 40 faith. After that, we'll go through the fog and fight Gwyndolin. Keep in mind that killing Gwyndolin makes the Firekeeper in Anna Londo hostile.
What foolishness! Why would a blade of the Dark Moon trespasseth upon the great Lord's tomb? Mark the words of mine self, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished.
With the Great Sight upgraded, Gwyndolin is trivial. Still, we should be careful. His attacks can hurt, but avoiding them isn't hard, and we can easily two-cycle him. Also, on the topic of killing Anna Londo's Firekeeper, this will give us her soul, but the bonfire will die down. It will still be warpable, so it's fine, I guess.
Oh, heretic, swathed in dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
In the 3 chests here, we'll find the Sunlight Blade Miracle. This is arguably the strongest weapon buff in the game. Combined with Power Within, it lets us deal absurd damage. And in the last chest, we'll find the Brass Armor set. Now we can homeward bone to Gwyndolin's bonfire, slot Sunlight Blade, and then warp to Anna Londo's bonfire. The Firekeeper is a tough opponent who likes to parry, but as I said, there is no normal enemy we can't two-shot.
This man is a threat, Master Gwyndolin.
After picking up her soul, we'll head towards the Duke's archives. We won't fully explore it yet, but we need an item to access the DLC. I'll kill the sentinels on the way there. It's not necessary, but I can't get over how strong the new weapon is. But despite that, our defenses are still poor. We're a bit of a glass cannon. The archive's entrance is guarded by 2 armored boars. Unlike the undead parish boar, their rears are armored too, so no backstabs. They also have high physical defense, so we'll use our new miracle to kill them in a reasonable time. After killing both, we'll light the bonfire at the entrance and take the elevator. At the top, we'll fight several undead crystal soldiers. They hit hard, especially if they get the channeler's buff, but the Great Sight one-shots them, so if we take it slow, we'll be fine. Our goal here is the crystal golem on the right. Killing it gives us the key item for the DLC. This crystal golem looks identical to the others, so how would you know it holds the DLC key? Personally, I have no idea. I also killed the channeler. He's annoying, and I also hoped he'd drop the channeler's trident. He didn't, but we'll have a chance to farm it later. We got what we came for, so I used a homeward bone and returned to Fireling Shrine to upgrade my Estus flask. Then I warped to the Undead Parish bonfire and went down to Darkroot Basin. I equipped the rusted iron ring and ran to where we saved Dusk from the golden crystal golem. I ignored the golems on the way there to save time, but when I reached the cave, something had changed. I found Dusk's antiquated armor set and examined the anomaly. A giant hand dragged me back to the past, when Ulasil still existed. This is the start of the Artorias of the Abyss DLC. After lighting the bonfire here and switching back to the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn and my pyromancy flame, I continued exploring. Within seconds, I found a boss fog gate. As usual, I started with Power Within and immediately buffed the Great Sight with the Sunlight Blade miracle. The boss here is the Sanctuary Guardian. He's a relatively tough boss, made absolutely trivial by our damage. I also purposely cut off his tail for the Guardian Tail weapon. It's a bad weapon and we don't need it. In fact, we don't need anything from the DLC for achievements, but I still highly recommend playing it. It's a great piece of content and yields a lot of souls, making the rest of the game easier. After defeating the Sanctuary Guardian, we'll find another bonfire. Don't worry, we are not stuck in the DLC. The warping still works. I think this is a good place to end today's episode. In the next one, we'll continue exploring Lordran's past. Thank you for watching, and if this video was helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button, subscribed if you haven't already, and left a comment down below.